Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Green Bay Packers and the London Black Knights. Games out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 3rd and 4 now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, and incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Watson now to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any many throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25. To throw is Watson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Black Knights get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And
using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
Let's go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. They go back to ground with Dobbins. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Watson on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
Quick slant finding Claypool. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him. And it's caught. Touchdown. John Ross. A 5-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Watson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Black Knights will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua going deep for Diggs. And it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On 1st and 10, Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. From midfield, here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the counter now, it's Dobbins to about the 26 here.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a bit closer. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21 to 10.
Black Knights 21, Packers 10. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
They'll take over. First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they... And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure. And boy, did it pay off in this case.
This is taken at about the 14.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Blankenship's kick is good. So if you factor the safety, this is going to be a 5-point swing all told.
And if you're winning, I think you say, fine by me, we'll take it. But when you're losing, I think you have to say, we let a good opportunity get away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Watson's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Watson looks to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson. 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Black Knights are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So after the touchdown. Here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, the way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
This offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tua now on first down. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. On play action. Here's Tua. Tua hit and the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Now Tua. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
To try again after the sack. Tua. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to pass. Tua. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And Watson's going to throw it here. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the home team here, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.
Petty don't matter. Far as that teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's so fast? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been in prison. No boy remorse, no cases pinned. I got the rolling flooded. So